Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. I have been working quite a bit here. I've crafted up a whole bunch of stainless steel from our ruby juice that we found out about last episode. I ended up getting 56 chrome. If you remember, I think I had about 80 or so ruby, I think it was. 84 or something like that. So I've gone ahead, processed all that, got 56 chrome, and then I just converted all the chrome to stainless steel. So that is where we got all our stainless steel from. And I'm just going to have that all smelt in the blast furnace. So that is one thing I have set up. I've processed a bunch of pyrochlorate, whatever it's called, pyrolusite, for the manganese. I haven't finished it, but you can see I've even processed some of that, electrolyzed it, and we're getting niobium and tantalite, which is always good. Tantalite for our tantalum. I've gone ahead and we crafted up the ore washer, but I didn't have it hooked up before. I had it like over here. And I've ended up moving it over here. So I snaked a water pipe through. I didn't even have to move anything. I happened to just have room for it. So I snaked a pipe over, connected it to water, so that will work. Now, I do have... Alright. Well, it was working. It seemed to have stopped. I had a robot arm on there, and yeah. All right, now it doesn't want to work. Interesting. All right, it was totally inserting into it. Geez, how many does this go up for? 30? I keep right-clicking on it. It's messing it up. All right, I thought I had these figured out. Yeah, it was filling that up at some point, but it's... Oh! I think I just figured it out. I just realized what it's doing. It's trying to pull from that. It's set to import internal slot. I think it's trying to pull from that. If I do this... Okay, maybe not. I thought that's what it had done. Any. Okay. Why won't it let me? It won't let me. There. It didn't let me type any. Alright. So there it goes. Maybe that's not slot 1. Oh well. It's working again. I'm gonna mess around with the robot arms a little bit. You can do it on import. You could do it on export. I wonder if... Okay, so I don't know. I'm not entirely well, let's try this while I'm recording, I guess. If I do 2... Does that pull from the 58? No. See, it doesn't seem to be... Yeah, so I don't know I would have to like look up the. By the way, when I'm typing N, it doesn't. It only lets you do M, so I'm not entirely sure with that. All right, so it filled up again and it pulled from the first one. We could. I think you can place on. Can you place? No, I don't think you can place on iron chests. I am kind of curious now. By the way, I got a pocket multi-tool, so I can do wire cutting and screw driving. Unfortunately, the other one's branch cutter, knife, saw, file. None of those are convenient, but it's basically a screwdriver and a wire cutter in one. It'd be nice if I could get if we could put the crowbar on it, but I mean, a pocket tool with a crowbar? I don't think that's a thing. No. So, no, you can't do it on the iron chests. Oh, I put it on. I want to put it on. It's a bit awkward because the chests are down there. There, that's what I wanted to do. Import. I wonder if the adjacent slot. Yeah, I'm sure I could look up. Oh, no, I set to import. Yeah, and it pulls from the first one. What happens if I don't have? Yes, so we do that. We know that is import adjacent slot. I'm assuming like one's like adjacent internal. It's something to do with like multiple. If they're say like the mixer, something like that maybe. But adjacent would, I don't know. I would definitely have to look this up. But it's kind of fun trying to figure this out. So we decided that does work, right? Yeah. But that doesn't. No. That does not work. So it's pulling, it's very specific. I mean, we don't necessarily have to do it for, did that, okay, that worked. I'd put that there. All right, so the adjacent slot seems to be what is determining that. Eternal slot, I'm assuming, is this, internal, adjacent. This block is adjacent, that block is internal. That's what I'm guessing from what we are. So adjacent slot 3, that? I'm assuming it's 1, 2, 3. No. All right, let's do this. No. That's 0. That's what it is. All right. That first slot is 0. Why do you have to be annoying like that? All right. So you want any. You can't type any, you just have to delete it and then just like click it off. And that should do that. And then internal is that. All right. So, well, we figured out import. Export, I'm assuming internal would be... Export internal would be one of these, and then this would be the thing. Interesting. All right. I don't know how I would... Like, for example, we get... I don't think there is a way to set up robot arms, because they all come out this... Oh, I guess we could. If I wanted to, I could do first slot, come out this side, second slot, come out like this side, and third slot go out that side. Or 2 and 3. Now, can this do... I don't think that can do like multiple. I think that's literally... It's just one. Yeah. I think that would be overly complicated for a single block machine. Especially like the ore washer, because we are piping water into the bottom. Then we have it powered from the top. So that gives it, and then an import. So that really leaves us 2 sides. Yeah, that seems overly complicated. But what we could do is do that. We could use some filters. Now, I was looking at filters. I was actually looking at the item filter covers. I was thinking, oh, we could do item filter covers on here. Because sometimes when you're processing in the thermal centrifuge, you're getting, it'll put all the first slot in, the universal macerator, that will pulverize it all down, and then it'll put in the second slot, and then it gets clogged up, because that second slot is not for the universal macerator. So I was thinking we could do item covers, but these only work with one specific item, so they're not ore dictionary, so that is not going to work for that. But what I did actually notice is the filters, and I have used these before, but I didn't use all of them. So there is a filter that is specific items that does up to 9. Unfortunately, they only go up to 9. The power doesn't matter. You can just use the lowest one. What the power is, if you want to send power through the block, that's what that is for. So I think if you have like the block there, you have the... I probably don't want to use gravel. I guess dirt's probably about the same. So thermal centrifuge, you have the filter there, and then you have the cable, the power cable, like over here. I think it can send the power through into that. I think that's what the power is. I've never done that before, so I would have to test it out. But I think that's what the power tier is. If you're not sending power into it, it doesn't matter. You can just do the lowest one. I don't think there is any speed. I think it just outputs like a normal machine. So that is specific items. Then there is this one, which is ore dictionary. And you can set it to centrifuged ores, or there's like a whole bunch of them as I was going through. Centrifuged or crushed or purified, impure kind of thing. So that is what that is for. Then there is this one, which is the same as the first, but this one uses the, I'm assuming, and judging by the recipe, which uses robot arms, I'm assuming that is the same as this. So if we want to specify, gotta be careful with that. That is 0, right? That's 0. It doesn't start at 1. Why doesn't it start at 1? Alright, I'm sure there's like a coding thing for that. Oh, and it stopped again. There. Maybe it isn't 0. I'm sure they show the. I'm sure you can look at the wiki and it'll tell you which input slot is where. But I just haven't done it. Okay, so yeah, I believe that is the same as this one, but it does robot arms. And then there is this one. Now, I think this is new. I don't recognize this block. It looks different. But this filters by machine. So I could place these down and filter it to only thermal centrifuge recipes, only or dictionary or only or washery recipes, or anything really. I don't know why you would do like a bending machine, but you probably could. So it'll look in here, and the only thing it'll put in here is this stuff that has an actual recipe. So that could be something we could do, because I was trying to figure out how we can set up our or dictionary. I was thinking we would do item conduits, but these do have a limit, and I don't think there is. I don't think any of them do or dictionary, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong though. But all right. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because we had kind of looked at the robot arm. I'm not going to click on it again because we'll mess it up. But I sort of got it starting to work, and I just thought I would point that out in case you are playing along and that is something that interests you. I think that'll be kind of fun. So we might see what we can get into with that. I've also gone ahead and crafted up another combustion generator. So we come over here. I have 3 HV now, and then the final one is the MV. That is basically just powering the pollution thing, which is definitely under control. So now we have 3 outputting HV. I guess I should sleep. I sort of sleep, I sort of don't. If I notice it's dark, I'll sleep. So the whatchamacallits, the solar panels turn on. By the way, I had these screwed up. I did not have one of these connected, so a whole bunch of them weren't connected to water. They were like completely heated up, but no water. So if I had connected that, these would all have blown up. I think it was about 7 or 8 of them that weren't actually outputting steam. So I fixed that, and then I have gone ahead and replaced that. And then this does appear to be drawing. It's a little off because the steam isn't. Oh, I guess it is filled up. You can see it is. Now that I've crafted up another. Uh-oh. No, I think we're fine. All right. For a second, I thought it wasn't getting enough fuel. If I do that, this runs continuously, as you can see. So all 4 of these are running full blast, and it is outputting just a bit more. So these will slowly start. So yeah, I'm not sure by putting the battery buffer there. I was kind of hoping, since this is right next to that, it would kind of prioritize this over that, but it doesn't appear to be the case. If I connect this, you can see it's not drawing that continuously. Interesting. All right. I was kind of curious about that. I really just kind of wish it would prioritize our steam over the fuel, but you know, I'm not about to stress about that too much, I think. I'm sure there is ways I could go about doing that. Yeah, I don't even, I don't know actually. We could do like battery buffers, maybe like 8 batteries, so all 4 of them can output or something like that. I don't know. I'll think about that. I'm not going to stress about it too much because I don't particularly feel like sleeping all the time anyway. I just thought we would save a bit of power that way. All right. Well, I'm going to let the world run, and we'll come back when we get this up. We have over 500, about 500 stainless steel. I got 38 in there. So I'm just going to let that run, let the world chug away, and I think we'll come back and we'll see what we can get into. Yeah, this isn't running like super. This isn't running like a ton, but it is running. I think it's just prioritizing that. And again, I don't know if there is a easy way to go about doing that. Have it prioritize like this over that. All right, anyway, we'll come back. Okay, I went ahead and crafted up a second HV energy hatch, and I think I went a little bit I'm pushing the base a little bit too much, so we're gonna leave that. I'm gonna craft up another combustion generator probably, and yeah, we'll let that do its thing. It was pulling 1800 and something EU per tick. I always forget that. I always think like 2 amps or 2 energy hatches is 2 amps in my head, but it's actually 4 amps. So yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, we've crafted up, you know, we have 3 HV combustion generators now. We can totally do that. But no, it's actually 4. So even with nothing else in the base running, it was draining too much. We're working on it, but we're not quite there yet with 2 HV energy hatches on the thing. If we want, we could do a second blast furnace. So that would be 2 amps of HV. But for the time being, I'm just going to let the world run. We're going to let this smelt up, and then we'll figure out what we want to do. Okay, we are back. The world has been running for quite some time, and I came back and everything had shut off. And we ran into the problem with these pipes. I actually thought they would fill up and push the stuff in, but it looks like that is not the case. So it's not outputting. I thought it would like push out into the thing, but actually, would that? If I do that? No, see, it does. It's not going in there. You can see that. All right. So I just want to. I'm going to empty that. I can just manually. If I manually do that, it gets more fuel going and then feeding the thing. So the I had fuel sitting there, or the light fuel, but it just it couldn't create more of the fuel. All right, I'm just kind of, I don't know if this is really necessary to save a couple buckets of light fuel, but oh, it looks like it can't get in there at all. Oh, I probably had it. Here, let's do this. Yeah, these pipes are kind of annoying. I do remember them being annoying. Yeah, there's like a decent. I mean, it's cool. You can see them like draining out, but yeah, I thought it would like push it up into it, but apparently that is not the case. So I'm just gonna replace them. Actually, is the all right? We're never getting that up. Oh, cool! You can actually do that. I didn't know if that was actually in where you could just right click on the thing and it'll upgrade it for you, so you don't have to break everything down. And these are pressurized. I didn't actually realize how easy these were to make. I thought these were... I never really looked, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Oh. Probably should not have that there anymore. Alright, I think we got it sorted out. The other kind of problem we're running into is this is... the heavy fuel is full, so it shut this off. So the only light fuel we're producing is from this thing, as opposed to this being kind of like a bonus. This is the only light fuel we are crafting up right now. So yeah, it feels bad if I'm voiding heavy fuel, but maybe I will. If I don't know what to do. I keep going back and forth. I'm like, should I get like an oil cracker? We could crack it and then store it. Is there an easier way for me to store sulfuric heavy fuel? Oh, actually, this probably shut off when we ran out of power. Yeah. All right. Well, it's running again for the time being. I need to figure out a better way. It just feels bad voiding this when, to be honest, like it's not that big of a deal. Like we get so much oil from these oil fields. There, that's what I was looking for. I haven't crafted up any of the better ones. They start getting crazy. Like that's only double. I feel like it would be easier just to craft up a second one of these. But alright, anyway, I just wanted to point that out. I had a little bit of an error. I knew those these fluid conduits weren't good, but I just made a little bit of a mistake there. Okay, so I have decided I am going to craft up a whole bunch of circuits. So 16 EV tier circuits. A lot of resources go into it, but we're going to need a whole bunch of these circuits moving forward. So we might as well get those going and processing. Now, you may notice I am processing nickel. I just went to the Twilight Forest and just manually mined up a bunch of ore. I think I got about 71 ore after, it was just like a couple minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm good for now. I have it processing at the moment. Yeah, and then that's going to get us platinum and metallic powder. Now, in the future, we will be processing this. We'll have its own chain. That's what I was looking for. We'll have its own chain. That's what I was looking for. 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 That's Yeah, so it's actually, it looks like it's better to go macerator centrifuge as opposed to thermal centrifuge macerator. That's what I was looking for. So we'll dump this purified in there just to get more, as much platinum as possible for that. And yeah, the reason I'm going to do that is because I want another distillation tower. And before we go with the big super tall one with severely steam cracked heavy fuel, I think we're going to do that this way, but this requires one that's 12 tall, and I don't need a lot of this stuff. I mostly need like ethylene and light fuel. Ethane I don't think I used ever. Propane, I think I didn't use ethane or propane at all. So I'm going to craft up a distillation tower for heavy fuel. I've never actually done this, but we're producing so much heavy fuel. I think we can distill it down to phenol, toluene. I think it was toluene. I looked it up and I've already forgotten. And benzene. We can burn benzene for power. We use this for all our explosives, and then phenol we actually use for epoxid, which we're going to be getting into sooner than later. So I think that would actually be a good idea. Instead of like voiding heavy fuel, because I feel like that seems a bit pointless, we'll do that. But yeah, so I'm going to get all this stuff crafted up. It's going to take me a while. Lots and lots of resources. We got 784 things there. I threw down a chest, even though it's kind of blocking the fluid solidifier. I got tired of it because it only did a few ingots and then it would fill up with the foils. But yeah, and we got stuff over here. So lots of things here. I'm kind of just dumping everything in this chest. Because I can just mouse over it and then see, oh, we have 32 blue alloy ingots. Well, we got them right in there. I need 256 more red fine alloy wires. It just makes it like really easy to see all this stuff. So I'm going to work on this. It's going to take me some time, but we'll work on it in between episodes. But before we wrap up the episode, I would like to just thank all my Patreons and all the supporters of the channel. Absolutely amazing. I am going to get a list of all my Patreons. We'll have screens with everyone's name on there. And I'm also going to name all the different platforms after our Patreons, starting with the longest that have been supporting the channel. So I got one up on a screen, and that is Barris K. Thank you so much for all your support over the years of the channel. This is the Barris K House of Blastin' over here. So every episode we'll add another one with my Patreon supporters. I don't usually do last names, but if you want me to do your last name, just message me on Patreon. All the things should be sorted out between the regular tier and the elite tier for my Patreon. There is a Patreon only channel for chatting on my Discord, so it should be sorted out now. There were some permissions that were wrong, but I think it is sorted out now. But yes, so that is going to be it today. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and have a good one.